Welcome to Daily Movement Lesson Series. My name is Taro Iwamoto. I am your Feldenkrais teacher in this movement series. My hope for short movement series is that you will have daily movement practice that you can easily fit into your day and you can apply new awareness of your bodies and movements into your everyday life, so that you can move with a greater ease and comfort. These lessons can be done in any order. In fact, you can start from lesson 5 if you wish to. Please have a firm pillow or a stack of small towels nearby for your head support as you might need it. I have 3 tips so you can get more positive experience from a lesson. And tip number 1, move slowly. And tip number 2, move within your own comfortable range and don't push and don't strain. And lastly, tip number 3, be curious and enjoy and have fun. So with that, why don't we begin a lesson now? We're going to start this lesson on your left side. Go ahead and lie down on your left side. And it's okay that you choose to start on your right side as well, but I'll be starting on my left side. So you can make sure to have your head supported, well supported with the towels, blankets, or the pillows or cushions. Okay, so that you don't feel any discomfort in your neck while you're lying down on your side. So lie down with your knees and hips, roughly 90-90 positions, like you're sitting on a chair, and going to have your arms also, resting like so. One arm on top of the other one. So my right forearm is on top of my left forearm, my hands. Okay, so starting from here, so the first start with the reference movement, which is you're going to lift your right leg away from the left leg a few inches away. And do it slowly, and then I'd like you to observe how does it feel to lift your right leg? The effort. How hard is it? How much effort does it take to lift your right leg? Do that maybe 2 times. Lift. And remember this quality and how much of an effort it takes to lift your leg right now. And then at the end, you're going to do this movement, and then you're going to notice a difference. So just only 2 times is fine. Not a big movement, just a little bit. Okay, and down. All right. So now stay in this position and keeping your feet together and lift your right knee away from the left knee, a few inches away from the left knee. Just a little bit, and then slowly bring your knee down. And repeat this movement. Then as you repeat this movement, and observe the weight on your left side, on your left leg. And notice if any parts on your left side of your leg, and it presses into the ground. As you lift your right knee, and do you sense some parts of your left knee or the left side of your leg, it presses into the floor? Can you sense that? Okay, and then you stop. So a few more times doing the same movements and lifting your right knee away from the left knee, but the places on your left side, left part of your leg, and that presses into the ground as you lift your right leg, right knee, and press that part, whatever the parts, there may be more than one part, and into the floor a little bit more intentionally, and to lift your right knee. And do that a few times. And how does that change the movement? And when you're lifting your right knee, does it change the quality of the movement? Does it feel lighter, or does it feel easier? Do you notice any change? You can also explore different parts of your left side that you can press into the floor and to lift your right knee. So the movement is the same thing. You're lifting your right knee, but you're using the different parts of yourself on the left side, and you press into the ground to lift your right knee. And find a way to lift your right knee a little bit more easily with less effort. Maybe you press more than one part on your left side. That's fine. Maybe you press in your left knee. Maybe you press in a little bit on your left lower leg or the ankle or the foot. And use the different parts on the left side to lift your right knee. And notice how that changes how you experience lifting your right knee. Okay, and then you stop that. Now you lift your right foot. Okay? Right foot away from your left foot, but keeping your knees together. And do it a few times. Do this movement a few times and observe what parts of yourself on the left side becomes heavier, presses a little bit more as you lift your right foot away from the floor, away from the left foot. And press those parts into the floor a little bit more intentionally to lift your right foot. And press the different parts on your left side to see if that changes movement and lifting your right foot. Okay? And if you get tired, and feel free to stop anytime. And you're also encouraged to change position. If you want to roll onto your back, just to give a little break. And when you're ready to return and continue the movements, you can do that on your back, on your side. Okay, and this time alternate. Lifting your knee, right knee, and put it down. And lifting your the right foot away from the left foot and put it down. So lift your knee, down, lift your foot, and down. And paying attention to the left side of yourself, not just the legs, but also side of you, your rib cage, and some other parts on the left side. And use the left side of yourself and press into the ground. Use the ground to lift your knee and lift your foot alternately in a lighter and an easier way, and a more comfortable way. So. you stop. Now do a similar movements but with your arm. Okay, so the first, lift your right elbow away from the left elbow, but keeping your hands together. Only just a little bit, not a lot, and do it slowly and down. So while you do these movements and lifting your right elbow away from the left side, left elbow, and observe and pay attention to the left side of yourself, your arm, your side, and your hip and legs, and notice what parts impress into the floor, what parts become a little heavier as you lift your elbow. And whatever the parts that become a little heavier, and use those parts and press them, maybe one, maybe more than one part, and press them into the floor and to lift your right elbow away from the left side. Do it lightly. You don't have to lift your right elbow, not that much. Okay, so by pressing your left side of yourself into the floor, does it make it easier to lift your right elbow? Does it feel as if the weight of your right elbow become lighter? So how do you do that? How do you use the ground and how do you use the left side of yourself to move your right side, your right elbow? And try pressing in different parts on your left side and just see if that changes how you lift your right elbow. Okay, take a pause. And this time you're going to lift your right hand and forearm away from the left while keeping the elbow together. So you pay attention and to the same similar things, and on the left side, what parts become heavier and press into the floor as you lift your right hand, forearm away from the left. And use those parts to help lift your right hand and your forearm. So press those parts into the floor, and maybe more than one part. So try using and pressing the different parts on the left side into the ground, and to make that movement easier and lighter and more comfortable and more pleasant for you. Okay, and take a pause. And next time you alternate, lifting your right elbow and put it down, and lift your right hand and forearm and put it down, and elbow, and alternate. And you take a pause and roll onto your back. Okay, and roll onto your left side again, same position. Okay, so this time lift your right leg both your knee and in your lower leg away from the left side. And put it down. Pay attention to the left side. And use the left side of yourself and press the different parts of your left side to lift your right leg, knee, and your lower leg away from the left side. Okay. Maybe you press in your left knee, maybe you press in your left foot, maybe you press in your left side of your rib cage, maybe you press in your left shoulder. Maybe you press in all of them. What happens? And you stop. Now do the similar things with your arm. Lift your right arm away from the left a little bit. Okay. And use your left side and press the left side into the ground to lift your right arm away from the left. Maybe you press in your left elbow, maybe you press in your left hand, maybe you press in your left forearm, maybe your left shoulder. Maybe you press in your left side of your rib cage. Maybe you press in your left leg, your knee, your hip. Maybe you press in all of them. There's so many different parts that you can press into the ground. How does that change? Okay, so now lift both arm, right arm, and the right leg using the ground, using the left side of yourself. How do you do that? Find a way that you can move more easily and more comfortably. And do it so lightly so that you don't hold your breath, that you can move, lift yourself, lift your right arm, right leg with such a comfort, with so little effort. Okay, and come back and stay there. And lastly, lift your right leg away from the left. And put it down. One more time. So, how does your leg lift? Is there any difference in the quality? Does it feel a little bit lighter? Does it feel easier? Does it feel more comfortable? Okay, so that's it for this lesson. Of course, you can do the other side when you're done, and you can go through the same sequence on the other side. But even when you're sitting upright, and even when you're standing, we always have some parts of yourself, most of the time, have some parts of yourself on the floor, contacting the ground. And you can observe how you are making a contact with the ground and how to move yourself in space using the ground. So become a little more aware of the ground and yourself, and that is contacting the ground, and how to move in a way that is easier, which you probably never pay attention to, but now that you learn a lesson like this, and then you can apply to, well, anything, just sitting and shifting your weight from the right side to the left side. If you pay attention to your sit bones, how to press the ground, how to press parts of yourself into the ground to move yourself in a space. Okay, so have fun with this one. All right, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.